All right. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Hi.
everybody.
I have my bathrobe here, but I
I
don't
love
have it
it.
on because I'm hot. So,
Right? It's
right.
72 here. It needs to
72.
be 65 at least.
Ah. You must have come back from really hot weather to where you are now, even though you're in Southern California. It's
Oh,
not as hot as it was there, right?
no, I'm looking
No.
down and it has the temperature and it says it's 71 here, but it
Oh,
was warm in Sedona.
oh
It,
yeah.
it was those first couple days we hiked. I thought I was going to die. I
If
was
you
gonna-
guys want to cool off, it's 46 here.
oh,
Oh,
wow.
Diana.
Nice, Diana.
Oh, I think it's
Yeah.
like 57 here or something. So I'm kind of in the middle. Anyway, for those of you, of course, that you already know these lovely ladies, but I will mention Diana Bowles is here, oil painter, and we have Terry Renner here from Holding Your Space, and we have Kelly here from Cali Healer,
Hello.
and we're all happy to have you here tonight with us. Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah.
Yes,
So let's see. We got Annie Bear in the house and Lori Hunsinger, Teresa Hadarian, Mary Thornberry, Marby, Jay Marcus. So glad to
Hey,
Nice.
see
Jay.
Hi,
you.
Hello.
Jay. Hi, Marby.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Um,
Yeah.
we don't have quite the group that I wanted to have in order to send loving light out toward all those people in Israel and the people in Palestine that are not involved with Hamas because they're
Mm.
having a upheaval there too. But I will do that. Remind me, ladies, before we leave when we have a few more people
Yes.
in. We'll go.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll go ahead.
right. It's not Palestine. It's Hamas. There's a big
I know
difference, right?
there is a big difference,
It's
and
just
I know,
so
and
much
everybody's just
misinformation.
taking it so like it's their fault. This is their fault. Yeah, it's the crazy people that run, and of course
Yeah.
it's Iran. I'm sure it's Iran as well. But
Oh,
I want to just send out a shout out to Dr. Ann. Our Dr. Ann is in Egypt,
oh,
and she had planned this earlier. So she said she was still going to go. So I just want to surround her with pink and white light
Yes.
and make sure everything's
and
okay.
she's,
'Cause it's kind of close. Yeah.
yeah, and she's probably helping to usher in the refugees that are escaping to
Maybe
Egypt.
she is. You're right. You're right. You're right. Hi, Heather. It's nice to see you.
Hi, Heather.
Hey,
Oh, did you
Heather.
see?
Long time no see.
Oh, Jay Warrior Girl. Hi,
Yeah, I
sweetheart.
caught part of that today.
Yes, and we have Randy Gardner here. Hello,
Hi,
dear.
Randy.
Hi,
Hi, Randy.
Randy.
It's good to see everybody, honestly. And Diana is working diligently to get us ready for the eclipse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
Nice.
I
Yes.
know. Yeah.
No, there's so much to be said about an eclipse. And when
Oh,
we're in
sure.
solar eclipse like this is about expect the unexpected and action, things that happen. And
Hmm.
um, then the next one on the 28th is a lunar eclipse. So that's going to have more of the emotional effect of the actions that we take at this time, or the things that happen around us that motivate us, etc. Right? So there's that, but don't forget we still have Pluto squaring the nodes. And
But it is direct now. It's not retrograde
yes,
anymore.
yesterday, 9
Okay.
o'clock last night, Easter time, Eastern,
Uh-huh.
he's stationed. And today he made a little, ooh, he hiccuped. You know, he
Hiccup.
moves as Pluto moves so slowly, right?
Yeah.
But he'll be direct now until September of next year. So we're going to get a a better feeling, a better taste of what it's going to be like in the future when he no
Okay.
longer is going back into Capricorn. And
Uh,
then the other thing is that the nodes, North Node and South Node, are also they're squaring Pluto, but they're also sitting on the Sun at 22 degrees and the
mhm,
Moon at 22 degrees because the
mhm.
South Node is at 22 degrees. And what's going to happen then? Um, it's going to continue on the nodal retrograde path because they move in a retrograde fashion to begin with. But then they're going to station and stay put. And it's called their retrograde, but really what they do is go in the direction that the planets normally go. However, they don't move a whole lot when they're in that forward movement. But basically, what's going to happen is they'll end up at 24 degrees and stay there.
That's
Is that
pretty
a good
strong.
thing?
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, it is for
Pretty
me because
strong.
my south node is at 24 degrees and in Libra. So I'm good with this because now I really know exactly what I can let go of.
Okay.
I'm very aware of it. And even if in your chart you have the south node in Libra, but the north node, or vice versa, I mean, like you have your north node in Libra, like Juno, she has her north node in Libra and her south node is in Aries. So it's the reverse for her. Terry, is yours that way too, I think? And it what it does is like puts a lid on the kettle, right?
Oh, okay.
So that you can really taste the stew, let it simmer and brew, because when we get to the emotional release of the lunar eclipse on the 28th, then you'll be able to take the lid off and off it goes. It's not a pressure cooker. You know, keep the little steam vent open so it's not a pressure cooker.
Nice. Yeah.
Like the Congress is right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
What do you
goodness.
use that example?
Well, we've got 20 people here, so I'm going to go ahead and do this so we can
Okay.
get this out there. But I would just like to send lots of love and healing light to all of those involved in the Middle East that are suffering, that are have lost loved ones, and that are. I mean, this is a shock. This is like 9/11 was here. And they're just finding more and more information each day. I hope that they will be able to get some of the Palestinians who have nothing to do with Hamas out into Egypt. I hope they will be able to get back all the people that have been taken, and that peace will ensue and people can rebuild their lives. It's very, very much love and light and hope. Sending all that beautiful energy, all of us from the chat, over to all those in need and all those who need it. Thank you.
All the
So it is.
Yes.
All right. Well, so we have a couple of things here for dreams this morning. Hello, Val. It's good to see you. Are you all settled in your new place? I hope so. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to send you an email later, Valerie, at Illumination Portal. All right. So let's see. I want to bring this up because Julie says the Raven dream we helped her with last week was the gift that keeps on giving. Just received a package from a company called The Bag, like the UPS driver was getting for me. Oh my God. Remember the UPS driver and the Raven. And
That's
she was
right.
talking about it last week. So
That's right.
Now
That's
the UPS
right. I do. That's so cool.
I love it.
Let's manifest that the UPS driver brings you a bag with a whole bunch of money in it. Oh, that's awesome, Julie. That's awesome. And I bet you can't help but look for the ravens and the crows. You know, I guess they're all part of the same family, aren't they?
Yeah, Blue Jays too. They're all in that
Oh,
bag.
Blue Jays too? Oh,
Wow.
right. That's interesting.
Heckle and Jekyll.
Jekyll and Jekyll. Oh, all right. So let's see. Annie Bear had something for us today. She said, did I dream checking in on George, or did I spirit travel?
George Washington.
Reverend Saul.
Oh,
Is it Reverend Saul? Is that who it is?
No, it's Reverend Saul. He's a shaman.
I know. That's who
Yeah.
she dreamt of, though?
Yeah.
Was him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got you spirit traveled, Annie.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was a remote view.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annie.
Absolutely.
That's
I'd
really
be
cool,
really-
Annie.
So, would Reverend Saul be able to verify that? That would be really cool, wouldn't it? I got here that you were inspired. You must have watched Terry's channel. Look at that. You must have watched that and were inspired to go check on him. And there you were, spirit traveling. Wow.
And I got the hummingbird with the same background color that you have,
Oh my
Wow.
God.
flitting
That's
around,
beautiful.
in on things.
Yeah.
And you know, the happiness that is surrounding him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, she tried to give him a cheeseburger.
Oh, I love it.
He threw it out the window, and I said, "He's a vegetarian."
And your vision quest was at the
Oh,
bottom.
that's so funny. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Annie. Yeah. Same with me, Annie. If you come see me, don't bring me any burgers. No.
You can bring me a cheeseburger
An impossible.
or a turkey burger.
Yeah. Turkey
Yeah.
burger. Okay. Yeah, I can have.
Yeah, I love all burgers, unfortunately.
So I want Callie to tell us about what she told us in that email, if she wouldn't mind, about what you woke up and saw when you were in Sedona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, that was, and it was funny.
I missed.
In the morning, I didn't know. It's like I just knew I had to email you guys and tell you. So anyway, my husband and I had been to the Boynton Vortex earlier that day. And, from doing hiking and whatnot, we were exhausted. We went to bed early. I'm wakened at 12:15. And I was sleeping sound. And so when I woke up, I was a little bit like like what woke me up. Then I look, and like the bed is here, and our living room was back there, and our living room is glowing, and not like bright light, but like if you were to hold your refrigerator door open,
Yeah.
it had that glow, but there was no noise. It was totally quiet. The air conditioner wasn't running. It was quiet. We had blackout curtains. And so I'm laying there trying to wrap my head around, like, why am I seeing this glowing? And I'm not scared. And as I'm trying to figure it out, all of a sudden I start seeing these flashes, and they're about yay long of light, and they're flying through our room. And my first thing is like, my first thought, it's that brain, that logical brain.
Right.
I'm like, there must be a lot of smoke detectors in here, but I'm like, why are they moving? And then I knew. Yeah. And so I slowly went to my night table and grabbed my phone and started taking pictures. But I caught nothing on the pictures. And I had been watching this for over 2 minutes by the time I got my pictures were 12 seconds.
They were done with the show.
Yeah. But they were, flying all over. And then the next night I saw those again, those long flashes of light. And then I saw a milky, almost like this color, big orb in our room, and another really big blue orb in our room. It was crazy. And I did ask one of the workers, I said, can I ask you a question? And I asked him if I could share with him, and he said that I could. And I said, is this common? And he said, ghostly things are common. He said, what you saw, he said, people will say they'll see a flash of light, but he said, what you saw was absolutely like nothing he had heard of before. But he did say very politely, he goes, ma'am, you're sleeping on a vortex, right? Yeah, I do. But that was absolutely incredible. And so, who else I had to reach out to you girls.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you did.
My love,
when
my,
I
my
was,
love tribe, and tell you about it.
yeah,
What
Yeah.
night was that?
It was tonight's Wednesday. It would have been Monday night.
Monday night. Yeah. Yep.
Was the real show, and then I had
You
similar.
hadn't gone to the Sedona or airport one yet. It was.
No.
It was. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, it would have been Sunday night. I bet
Sunday night.
Mhm.
Yep. So when I was there, now remember I'm sort of south of Sedona in that area when I went to Linda G's thing.
Mhm.
But Debbie Freebird Spirit and Intuit View Kim, they had them every night, and they were able to catch the orbs on their phone, and it was amazing. Because she'd say, "I don't know what we're going to have tonight," but it was always them. And I was there, and I didn't see anything, but then again, when I finally went to sleep, I was
You were out.
I was out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Heather used to live near there, and she said she used to love going to the Butte Vortex by the Sedona Airport. And I've been there. I was with my brother and sister-in-law, and we did a drum ceremony there, and it was fabulous. So
You did, that's where I brought my crystals up to the airport.
Yeah.
Vortex. That is absolutely beautiful. I can't imagine Heather living there. You lucky girl.
I know. And the thing is that I've been there in the 90s, I think it was, and I've been there in the 2000s, and then I've been there just this time, and it's just changed so much. It used to be, I think, even more magical with the less amount of tourists, because you get a lot of what is the word that's out there now? It's over tourism, I guess.
Commercialized and
Yeah.
But it's still a beautiful place to go.
It becomes like an amusement park.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, it does. It does. And people are like, they're taking all these selfies all over the place, and it's kind of crazy. Oh, so you were in Flag. Okay. Yeah, only 45 minutes. And that's a beautiful ride down that Canyon Creek.
Yes, that's where we took that drive down Canyon.
Yeah.
And it was a busy road, and there was a tree, and for some reason this tree was calling me. And I told my husband, I said, I have to get a picture of that tree. And he's looking at me like, Kelly, are you serious? But bless his heart, he pulled over, turned around, and went back, and I was able to get a picture of the tree. And there was so much energy coming from the tree that I captured from it. So I'm sure that's why awesome. I was calling my
Was
name.
he able to see that energy in the photos that you took?
Yes, he could see it. I took a picture of him at the Bell Rock Vortex, and he literally has energy going right through his whole body.
Wow.
And there was one of the vortexes, I think I posted it on my YouTube. I forget which one though. You can see the energy coming up from the rock.
Mm-hmm.
It was, but we hustled the whole time we were there. Typically we go on vacation and we rest a day or just take it easy. And we went the whole entire time. So,
the energy there, my brother had an 8-pound cancerous tumor in his stomach that went up into his aorta, and he couldn't do anything, but he could walk through the vortexes. And that was a number of years ago, but he got that energy and he was doing it. It was amazing. Yeah.
Was any healing that came his way after that? Did he?
No, but I finally convinced him to go to the VA and have it removed. That was one thing that he finally listened to, and he lived another 10 years. So
there you go. Okay, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah. My brother was a very angry man, and so he really created his own problems, unfortunately. But he did live longer than that. So
that's amazing.
Yes, look at this. Valerie said, "What an awesome husband you have, Kelly."
He was a trooper, and because when we got to those vortexes, if people were talking, I could feel myself getting annoyed, and I looked at my husband. I said, this is kind of like being in church. I said, I just wish everybody were just really be quiet. Just be quiet and enjoy
I
it.
know.
And
Yeah, you're
he was
disturbing the
a
peace.
trooper.
That's true.
Heather, I'm from California, so I'm not too far.
Yeah.
8 hours
Not too
away.
far. Yeah. Patty wants to go there. What's a good place to stay? You know, it's nice if you don't have a lot, like if you fly in and you don't have a car, let's say, and you can stay right near the town and you could walk around there. But really, in order to see all these vortexes and places, you kind of do need a car, don't you? Because they're not all in the same place.
You would. We stayed at, and see, my first video, I totally messed it up. I was so delusional. We stayed at Bell Rock
Uh-huh.
Hotel, and that was close. You could see the Bell Rock in courthouse, but you probably, unless you were just really fit, you would want a car.
Yeah.
I would want to walk that whole way and then hike up.
Oh, no. Yeah. And it's hot. It's not like you really have to carry water everywhere you go. When I was there with Linda, they were saying that people don't go there in the summer because it's way too hot.
Yeah.
That this is the best time to go, really, or in the spring. Yeah.
And
But the Best Western, you know, you're not going to be in your room that much. So I would say that that's probably a really good place to go, Patty, where you don't have to spend a lot of money and you can, you know, enjoy. They have these pink Jeep tours there, and they also have UFO tours. When I was there, we went out with Linda and a group of people at night when it was dark. But remember, we're way out in the desert, and you could see the sky, and it was amazing. And we just started taking pictures of everything.
I love it.
And one of the gals that was with me got a picture of an angel. It was amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, it looked like an angel. I mean, it had the head and it had the wing on it. But yeah, I don't know. I've not been able to do that, but I did get some pretty cool pictures. So
that's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Village Creek. It's a town right before Sedona.
Oh, okay. Diana?
Oh, that's
Heather,
cool.
you should do the masters, Heather.
You should, Heather. Yeah, you should. And I think that's where JJ actually did her light language training. It was in Sedona.
Didn't she mention that the other day?
Yeah.
I caught part of that. That was a great show.
Yeah.
If any of you don't know who we're talking about and you get a chance, check out Tuta Speaks, Tutah Speaks. And it's JJ who channels through these wonderful light language people. And I know a lot of you know who I'm talking about, but some of you don't. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, we just were on for the 10-10 energy yesterday. We had a lot of fun. We try to do it 9-9, 10-10, 11-11. You know, we do that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Anybody got any dreams they want to share? This is fine. I mean, we can do this. We can do this.
Chat all night.
Yeah.
Well, and I actually have a similar vortex story from Saturday night. So if we don't have a dream, I'll talk about it.
Go right ahead.
I read tea leaves for 65 people. And I have to set the stage because this is historic property. It's the Strait Farm. And the house was built sometime between 1850 and 1860, 62, somewhere in there. They don't really know the exact time. But this was all Native American territory. And this house is haunted, and it's ghost hunters have been there. It's been documented, etc. And it's been stated that the house doesn't like witches. So of course it's witches' night out, right? And everybody with black pointy hats are in this room, and it was a lot of fun. But I was reading the room and the energy in it, right? And so I just kept getting this energy. In fact, even now I'm talking about it. And I had been like, I don't know how the people who did it before me, what their mode was, where they began, where they ended up. But what I did was go to the back of the room and shoelaced across this way and that way, and ended up at the front table in this one corner. And the energy, it was as if I was this magnet pulling all of this energy forward, right? When I got to this corner at the very top, all of a sudden the colors were just extremely brilliant rainbow colors.
Mm.
And I'm standing in this corner and I'm reading this one gal's tea leaves, and there's 8 people at the table, and I get all of the back row. It's an oblong table, and I come around and I read 2 more people, and then I say, I have to sit down. And when I sat down, I exploded into a heat wave. I began to sweat, and I've never had a hot flash, and at this age, it's beyond hot flashes, right? And
Wow.
beyond the normal ear ringing that I have,
Mm-hmm.
I was getting to the point where I was going to pass out, and I wasn't hyperventilating. I was breathing normal. I was still taking normal breaths, right? So I stuck my head between my legs, and I'm reading these last 2 women, and both of them are connected. And I swear one of them is an angel. She just didn't know it. And the other one has dreams, and I told her to come to this show tonight. I don't know if she's here or not. But anyway, she says she's always on YouTube, so she was going to try to remember. Anyway, it got to the point where I had to lie down on the floor.
Oh wow!
Because I could not recover. I was totally aware the whole time. This, what I figured out on the way home, because the chief that's been with me since I was like 4 years old that I've been aware of is Chief Tonquish. And this property is in his territory. This was in fact, this is part of the Three Fires Confederacy, Potawatomi. His tribe was called Tonquish. His father had established the tribe. And so I knew that why the house didn't like witches was because the house was built on top of this vortex. That vortex has been there long before that house was put up. And considering the era in which they had built it, of course they didn't like witches. They were probably, Shakers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And at any point, it was as if Chief had directed me to start back there and bring all this energy forward to the vortex and present it. And it was in the release of all of that energy inside of me. And the other thing was, as I got closer and closer and closer, I started seeing more Native Americans in everybody's teacups. In fact, one of the first women that I read, I saw Paul Revere in her teacup. And I said, I don't want to be so ego-based as to say Paul Revere, but you need to do your research. Paul Revere is your descendant. And she said, I know. We already know. So this is how the night began. And that was every single.
Wow.
And I had been told, you don't have to read them all. You can, read cards and do a pendulum. But once you get one success and everybody hears that, these puppy dog eyes are like, here's my cup, read that,
Yeah.
And so it was the release of the energy that I had pulled forward that forced me to lay down. If I had stayed standing, that might not have happened, but because I gave myself that break by getting to the same eye level and mind level as everybody at the table.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't even know why I did that. I just suddenly realized I've been standing for 4 hours,
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a little too long. Yeah. Yeah.
So I
So did the chief forgive you? Did he
Well, the house
understand?
forgave me.
The
This
house
is it.
forgave you.
The
Okay.
house is forgiving. And so my intention is to go back early in November and just spend time in the room. But one of the other things that I was going to add is that, the Three Fires Confederacy, there are 3 cauldrons, right?
Uh-huh.
They're actually rocks,
Okay.
but and natural formations that are cauldrons that kept the 3 fires in 3 different locations.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is down there where I was. They just don't know where it is because they can't dig everything up. They really think that it is closer to the house that my brother lives in.
Hmm.
And I've had a similar experience at my brother's house because it has a lot of paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
And I channeled, and that's when I found out that it was Chief Tonquish. That was my chief. And I saw all this stuff play out, and
Hmm.
I didn't even know the whole legend until that day. And that was back in
Wow.
2012. And he had been murdered. His son had been murdered. The pioneers that were trying to establish the town were trying to get rid of the Indians. And this is on the River Rouge. So this is, as time went by, that's the Henry Ford plant and all of that stuff. And so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just an amazing territory down there. So
Yeah.
in fact, I'm still hyped.
Well, I would be too. I
Yes.
feel like I am, and I'm just living vicariously through you.
Right?
Thank
When
you for
was
telling
this?
us. Yeah.
When did
There
this
you go.
happen, Diana?
I'm down. I got 4 guest rooms.
Wasn't it the weekend? Was it Sunday? Is that the
It
day
was
you
a
went?
Saturday evening, yes.
Oh,
You get
Saturday.
65 readings?
65,
Team
well,
readings?
56 tickets. And then when I sat down, of course, anybody who was working was like, will you read my cards? Will you read my tea? So,
Wow.
but that was different too, because these were the
Yeah.
gals that I had already been connecting with. So.
That's
So she sent me a
amazing.
video of this. It was so cool. It was all
Wasn't
I
it?
could see was all these black hats.
It was so
All these
cool.
pointy hats. It really was. Yeah.
And so as I'm taking this photograph of this, of what's going on in the room, and there's all this chatter, there's this gal who is suddenly photographing me, and someone at her table cackles. So I cackle. And then I had to do the rest of the show, which was to act like the Wicked Witch. I'm melting. I'm melting. Oh, who would have thought such a beautiful little girl like you could destroy all my lovely wickedness?
Oh my gosh, Diana, you're so good
That's
at that.
funny. I know.
I am.
You are.
You're talented, man.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Jess Reese says that it sounds almost like the McPike Mansion in Illinois. It's haunted there, she says. Wow.
Wow.
Hi, Diva. Nice to see you. All right. So thank you, Diana. We have a dream. So I want to
good.
bring it forward. All right. So Thomas, tarot your way. His dream was he was working and training up a new person. Before we could lock up, we had to clean Jeff's office. Apparently, Jeff was a PE teacher, and we had to clean a locker room. Are you sure his name wasn't Jim Jordan?
I was just going to say the same thing.
Oh,
La, 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 la.
so you were the cleaning person. You were training a new person, Thomas, but you were doing the cleaning up, right? Okay.
As a custodian? Or were you covering up something in the frame of cleaning up?
Yeah. Clean a locker. Oh, I can't even imagine. Locker room. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get to surrender. And that just came after surrender, Dorothy.
There you go.
But,
These things must be done delicately.
So you're training somebody. So you're bringing your expertise and bringing that to somebody else. but then you have to take care of cleaning up
somebody else's mess.
somebody else's mess.
This is
Smelly
why,
mess.
yeah, and this is why I'm wondering if it was triggered by the actual news.
Could be, because Thomas reads cards on everything, so it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Surrender in the locker room. Jay. Thomas said it was just locking up chores.
Okay. Okay.
But Jeff was the PE teacher, so he's training Jeff. No.
Cleaning
No.
Jeff's office. So,
Okay. So Jeff was the PE teacher. Okay. But the person that's helping clean up isn't Jeff. It's this other person. This
Yeah.
training is training a new person. Okay. Okay. Wow.
This is a stumper. Even the cards aren't cooperating.
I got purification and detoxification. They said it's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life.
Oh. Well, Carolyn says professional help was needed. I like that. Yeah.
Always,
Yeah.
Carolyn.
So I'm wondering, Thomas, if you weren't just clearing out the old energy so
To
the
make
new
room for the
energy
new.
can come in, and
Yep.
that's where the purification was coming in. That's and it just came. I always have I have a lot of high school dreams too, and I'm betting that there's something from that era that maybe you were revisiting and you were clearing it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what- oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go.
No.
You were ready before me. Go.
I was just going to say, everybody in the dream is you. The way that I usually look at dreams is it's all a different aspect of you. So that you're going through this new training and you're working on yourself, you're learning things, you're teaching yourself as well. And a lot of times we start remembering, right? When we start learning things. So you have all these new attributes, but now you're looking at all the dirty work that you did because and in come the toxins, right? All the stuff that you had to get rid of and how hard you fought for that and how much you worked for that and cleaning it all up. So just surrendering. And I got new beginnings.
Oh,
No, you're okay.
Oh, I love that Ganesh deck. I gotta remember it.
you got to know that Thomas and I did a show the other night, and
Yeah.
on that show, he said you wouldn't have liked him before. He cleaned everything up.
Wow.
Oh, what's the hippo?
So hippos living in two worlds, right?
Okay.
Spent a lot of time in the water, and what does
Yep.
water do? Help to cleanse you, right? And the fact that you were training somebody else, all right, this is weighing out how to do it, how to go about it. What do you leave for the other person to do, and explaining all of the chores and moving on. This is about taking the road less traveled, trying a new path, the hidden path. So in reality, knowing that you're a tarot card reader now,
Right.
you've gotten unstuck from those high school moments and got rid of the person you were back then. And have taken the road less traveled.
It's very interesting that Randy said something about we do this all the time. And I got, from what I got out of what you said, I agreed with you in that we dream about cleaning things up all the time. Women tend to dream about that. And it's interesting that Thomas dreamt, I'm not saying he's a dirty person or anything, but he dreamt about a male place that needed to be cleaned up more than we would. I don't think I'd dream about a locker room normally,
No.
Whereas I might be cleaning the kitchen or whatever, but
the
Yeah.
laundry.
Or the laundry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a typical male place, so to speak, when you're in high school.
The locker room.
Yeah,
or office of a PE teacher.
that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I still say that it had I don't know when this dream occurred, but when you had said how many years, how you had a shift come in your life and that you were a much different Thomas than you used to be, that just came to me and remembered that you said about that. So that's awesome.
Wow.
All right. Thank you, Thomas. Jay says, her dream is fuzzy, but Diana was helping me get children out of a bad cult in the Midwest. Well,
What night was this? Because it could coincide with a similar dream, right?
oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That's amazing.
Because it wouldn't be the first time that she and I have showed up in each other's dreams.
Uh-huh. Look what Thomas had to say. It was icky and stunk.
Icky and stunk too, right?
Yeah. The
Sitting
dirty
in the
stuff.
water too long.
So I just had to share that. Oh,
He's so funny.
he is. A bad cult. You know, Jay, I would say that this is not a dream. You do this all the time, Jay. I think you do a lot of astral traveling, and because you and Diana have shenanigans in the middle of the night doing all kinds of stuff, traveling. But there's probably one of those things there in the Midwest somewhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of them.
I'm sure there are.
I'm here.
Jay, I got guardian angels and protection, so I do think that you are doing work in your sleep, and that you are a guardian angel to children, and you're astral traveling, and you're protecting and collecting and helping these children.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So there was a night that I had a dream, and there were kids running around.
Oh.
And my little dog Grizzly was part of this dream.
Huh?
And he was sinking in a mud puddle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually more like a sinkhole rather than just having mud, but the dirt kept pulling him under and pulling him under. But I was standing on mud, and I picked up my foot, and the mud was just dripping off of my shoe. Then I slipped and fell down and banged my head, yet I was still able to crawl to get to him. So as little as Grizzly is, and the fact that there were children running around in this dream to begin with, we might have had that on the same night, and that might have been part of it.
These two, I don't know. I've heard so many things that you guys do. It's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Terry, anything?
I think that this is something that you're working on, truly, with Diana.
Yeah.
So it just seems like it's kind of
Earth
lucid dreaming.
Angel. Earth Angel.
Yeah, definitely Earth Angel. Yeah.
Earth Angel. Yeah, now I got that song in my head.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
It's so
That's
beautiful.
okay. I'll sing it after.
So, Carolyn, thank you for sharing. This is quite tragic. Your son passed at 29. His whole life, you had dreams for looking for him. He was my best friend, and the day after he died, I had a dream that I found him, and he was a little boy. I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So this is opportunity to start again for your son.
Yep.
I
got that too. I thought that they'd made an agreement, and you were looking for him, and he was always there, and he wanted to show a little boy. I don't know. Go ahead.
And you must have felt he was lost to begin with in his life.
Okay.
And 29 is an awfully young age to die.
Yeah. Definitely is. Yeah.
So I'm getting Carolyn, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm getting that night that he was coming back to give you a message. And it's gonna bring tears to my eyes. So he's coming back as a little boy because you're his mommy, and that's the love that he has for you. And he says, I haven't gone anywhere, mommy. I'm still here. I'll always be your child. So that love, that link will always be together between the two of you.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Did do you think that he knew he just came for a short period, was going to be there for a short period of time?
Soul
Yeah.
contract.
Soul
Yeah.
contract.
Soul contract.
And somehow you knew that as well, because all of
Kept
his
dreaming
life
about it.
on Earth,
Yeah.
you were dreaming that you were looking.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get he came to you to help you heal, and he really wants you to know that it was him and to acknowledge that was really truly him, and and to help the healing process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, I often wonder if we make a contract and we know we're going to exit early and that it's going to really destroy our mother or father or whatever. Do we not do it, or do we just do it and try to make the best of it in those short years that we have, and that we need to maybe instill that into the people that we love so much? I could have chose not to come, but I didn't. So you've had me for this amount of time.
Mhm.
And you know, I don't know. I don't have an answer, but I think it's an interesting. Yeah.
Well, and once we're on the other side,
Mhm.
or our loved ones are on the other side, we still connect in other ways,
Mhm.
such
Yeah.
as in dreams. He told me.
He doesn't want you to feel guilty.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's and we do that, right? A lot of times when there's that link there, that great love, that cord of love, then we come together in different lifetimes and we pull each other up. We
Mhm.
Oh, his father died young too, yeah. And so we pull each other up with these growth opportunities and we say,
Right.
on the other side, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but that's what he's showing me is that this is
Mhm.
what you guys do in other lifetimes.
Mhm.
You teach each other these beautiful
These
lessons,
beautiful
these
lessons.
opportunities.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
he's sort of, and I sense his father and your son crammed in everything that they could into
Mhm.
this one short life. And yeah, no wonder he was your best friend. And that, yeah,
Beautiful energy,
That's,
Carolyn.
yeah.
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you for
He's
sharing that very
with you,
personal.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
Don't ever second guess it. He's with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Wow. Thank you. All right, just Leah says, I'm starting to remember my dreams finally. Good girl. Keep it up, Leah. There you go.
Carolyn, Carolyn,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if she has any significant omen or message or sign that comes through to her in her waking life that she knows he's near, like
Mm,
a dime
mm,
out of nowhere, or
mhm. Something that would mean
cardinals.
something to the both of them. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I sense that they, she said he told her, so I sense that they have this really strong, strong connection no matter what.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
it is gorgeous. Yep.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So we've got a few more here, and so
Okay.
Mary says, a dream of pink and blue rooms, and some with both colors on walls. Now it was not the nice shades like for boy or girl, but harsh colors, Cookie Monster blue and heavy dark pink. And
Barbie.
I thought, why would somebody point their walls or paint their walls this color? Okay. And was there something else you had said? I can't remember. Okay. Um, that is interesting. Yeah, Barbie pink. You're right. Um, well, they're both. Those are my two favorite colors. Not necessarily really heavy pink, but I love pink and pinks and blues and all the shades of pinks and blues. And of course, yes, they do represent male and female. but there are extremes in the colors. There's pale, and there's Cookie Monster blue, and there's pale pink, and then there, eggshell, let's say, and then there's this crazy color. So maybe it's meant that something to do with extremes, because if you're asking the question, why would people do that? You think it's probably in your mind too extreme.
Right. This is environment. Why would you
Environment.
put your environment in an extreme?
Okay. Okay.
I got exhaustion, so I don't know, Mary, if you've been exhausted, but I'm picking up like just like I'm exhausted. I'm feeling
Feeling
exhausted.
tired.
And so I
Yeah.
don't know if that the colors have something to do with what you're going through right now, but I'm just feeling exhausted. So I don't know if you're feeling it.
I get passion, and those are very passionate colors, very vibrant, and yeah, wow.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, you'll know, Mary, which this is. And she says, "No, I'm not exhausted." So,
Mhm.
two ways I can think about this. Two ways. One is things are getting more vivid for you. You're seeing more clearly. That's why the colors are clearer and they're not muted. The second way would be maybe you're taking too much in, and it's, I mean, who isn't taking too much in right now, right? The news when you turn it on, and trying to limit ourselves from how much we're taking in because it's just too much out there right now.
Yeah.
So, so maybe the walls are closing in on you, like all of us right now, right? And we have to kind of protect ourselves, or maybe everything's getting very clear.
Very true. Very true.
I
love
got
that.
demanding. Hard to see. It's a very purple card. So if we blended those two colors, this may be the color you ended up with, right? And those two colors in that extreme, to have that in one room would certainly be demanding. So something is demanding your attention.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We are dealing with huge extremes right now, Mary. You know that.
Exactly. And
She's
it
very
is
intuitive. Very intuitive. So yeah.
and it is very demanding. It demands our attention whether we want to or not. Even
We want
that
it or not.
so subliminal that
Mhm.
it nags us at the at the least expected time.
Yeah.
It's really hard work to keep your energy aligned right now, full-time job.
And to keep grounded and balanced. It's a job. It really is.
It is.
Yes. And Mary, this is you.
Beautiful.
The Oracle.
Wow.
That's you, Mary. You are the Oracle. You know that.
Blending the colors and lightening, putting light where it needs to be put.
Absolutely. I would say that's true.
Very lucid. Very lucid.
Okay, so we have some more to do here. Thank you, Mary. I hope that helps. Carolyn does say she dreams about rearranging furniture, and I do too. I think that has something to do with getting your house in order. That's what I think. But why do we dream about people that are familiar, and when you wake up, you can't figure out who it is? It's because they are in another life. Wouldn't you say, ladies?
Bingo. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I always, when I would have a dream, I would say that I was with my husband, only he didn't look like my husband. I mean, I'll say that, and it sounds crazy, but in my dream, that person is my husband. It just doesn't look like, but maybe what he looked like before. I don't know.
Right? Because time is not linear.
Time
it
is
is
not
an
linear.
orb.
Yep.
And we astral travel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, Jess says, why do we dream about the same thing that you don't know, that you've never seen before? Because you have in fact seen them, honey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are your past life or guides or something. Yeah.
Family,
All right.
friends, soul tribe.
Right.
Yep.
We're all connected. We are
Yeah.
all one.
All right. So we have GVN wings, and there's three posts of the dream here. So let me give it to you
Okay.
here. So I had this dream. I was with my family, standing on a hillside, looking up this large lodge / restaurant, admiring the trees and the landscapes and the structure. Then I noticed the structure to the left. Oh, wait a minute. Whoops. They posted wrong. I turned around and my brother, 6'5" and 65 years old, had a bundle I assumed was my nephew's new baby. And he took off on a tricycle down the hill to show him around. Just then, I looked over to my left and noticed the structure to the left. And as I looked, the hillside under that structure started giving way. And I screamed for my brother, and then I woke up. Wow. It's a new world that's been birthed.
Oh my God, that just reminds me of the dream I had with Grizzly in that sinkhole.
We're dealing with a world right now that's crumbling all around us.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, your brother's holding the baby, which is the new life that's making its way to us. The tricycle, just a vehicle to be shown around. You know, welcome to the earth, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and a symbol of youth because
True.
kids
They may save us. They may be the ones to save us. Yeah.
right. And trikes, it takes a lot to turn a trike over.
That's true. That's true.
So even though there was stability in that, the ground gave room.
Yeah. Well, there just was an earthquake here on Whidbey Island. It was only 4.2 on Sunday, but we're hearing more and more. And I think Afghanistan had one today that was just as bad as the one that killed all those people.
Well, they
Yeah.
had two. Yeah, they've had.
Yeah.
It's just been so
It's just-
continuous since Monday of last week with Japan. I mean,
Correct.
you know, you guys all know that I feel it, and no matter where it is, they're not happening here in Michigan. I mean, I'm feeling it elsewhere, you know?
Well, that's like last week, Book Bewitched, her cell phone turned into what she thought was Korean, but it was
Right.
Japanese.
Right.
And at that same moment, they were having an earthquake in Japan.
That's right. It's right, because it was 7:00 California time, because Earthmaster came on with it and
Yep.
said it was right around 7:00, and that's when she was here
Right.
with would have been California time 7.
So
I did get earthquakes for my October energy up.
Right.
I got earthquakes, but I got in like known areas, but I also got that we could have them in places that we wouldn't expect them to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting. Oh, go ahead.
Terry. No, go.
Oh, okay. Okay, so your brother, 6'5" and 65, so that's 1111, right? Angel numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought the same thing and forgot.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then
Tricycle.
right, that he is that you're on a hill, so that's upward movement, and that's where you're going. You're moving up, you're a light worker, you're studying,
Right.
you know, your spirit on your spiritual path. And now all of a sudden everything's starting to give way because we don't need those structures anymore.
Right. That's
And
true.
and that's that child, that baby, that new beginning. And I can't get the trike. So usually a bicycle is balance. A trike might be even more
But it
balance.
could be a tricycle.
Oh,
Which
okay.
Jay says, and I like that because
I
we
like
are in
that.
cycles. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
TRY.
Yeah.
Try. Yeah. We're being
Mhm.
tried. Yeah.
Yeah.
In this cycle.
Yeah.
Mm.
Interesting. So, yeah,
I know.
you're
Yeah. She said she couldn't sleep after that, and I don't think I could either, probably.
yeah.
But yeah, I love that you brought up the 11:11. Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah.
It's really a great dream. I mean, everything is falling away, but we don't need that anymore as we go into 5D.
Right. But I can see why she'd be concerned. The
Oh my
ground is
God.
shifting. Yeah.
Yeah. This
100%.
this
Yeah,
is a baby.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
I get, yeah, there's cycles ending, and kind of the same thing. Cycles are ending for you, and there's going to be new beginnings. In just to embrace the change, and allow the old to fall away, and allow the new to come in. And I'm also just kind of hearing balance, to make sure that it's there's balance there.
And this card came out, and it, I think, pertains to this, especially to the fact that you were determined to not go back to sleep. You couldn't go back to sleep, but you also said you wouldn't go back to sleep afterwards, or however, I can't
Yeah.
remember how you
Right.
put it, but you were determined to stay awake. But this, I think, is for all of us here. We have to remain determined
We do.
in all of this rhetoric that is happening around us. Strength,
Yeah.
right? It is.
Yeah. Yep.
We are going to change.
We do. Our foundations are being shaken. And as much as we don't want to be negative at all about it, but it is the truth. And we just have to remember that in order for us to get through everything, we need to lean on each other. We need to know that we are here for each other. And that this too shall pass. It's like the death. It's like the tower card. It just reminds, your dream reminded me of that. This dream reminds me of that. All the structures have to come down before we can get it all rebuilt again.
Yeah. I love that, Lori. Yeah, the importance of 3.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do get too that maybe there was some fear that had been released too in that dream, that you've been holding on to some fear, and it was a way of getting rid of it, because we do so much healing in our sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Harsh and complicated and threatening. Another
Yeah.
card.
Oh,
Threatening.
you're so welcome, dear. I'm glad you brought the
Yeah.
dream. There's a lot of people that really get confused and concerned about their dreams and and the nightmares that they are, but there's usually a really good reason why we're going. So thank you for bringing it to all of us, because it helps us all, really.
Right?
Yes. Wow. That was, and you remembered so much of it. It's amazing.
Really great dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it's a lot.
Thomas, I have to tell you, I always dream about being either naked or on the shitter. One of the other. And it's all about vulnerability, isn't it? It's all about. Or you can't remember your locker combination.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Late for class, and you don't know where your classroom is.
Well, I never dropped my class. I was supposed to drop my class before the second week of the term, and then I never did, and then I get an F because I haven't gone. And that happens to me all. Yeah. So maybe you should wear pajamas, Thomas. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Especially if you're going to be walking outside.
Walking outside. You don't want to scare the children. All right. So Rossi dreamt she was pushing the back of a cart and someone was pulling in the front. It was going so fast the cart would go up in the air, flip, and right itself. I would continue going. My view was from above.
Ooh, Rossi.
Oh, that's interesting.
Was this on level ground, uphill, or down?
Yeah, let's see. Rossi, if you're there, honey, tell us about was it level or was it
Uphill or down?
Was it uphill, downhill? Do you remember that? Heather, you're right. You too, huh? Can't find your class. You missed your class.
Yes.
Mhm.
Teacher's mad. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Me-
on the street,
me
she
too,
said it
Heather.
looked straight. Okay. It
On
was
the
on the
street.
street, looked
So-
straight.
This was helping each other, being of assistance. Doing the job so well.
Mm-hmm. You would also flip and go in the air too? Have you been watching Simone Biles? She's amazing. That kid is amazing. Yeah. Oh. Wow.
My view was from above. So the cart was heavier than you because it landed on the ground before you did. If your view was from above, your view was from above while you were pushing it.
But I'm getting the cart before the Rossi. I don't know. You know, you
The cart before the horse. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But
Rossi,
there's someone in the front.
Uh-huh.
yeah. Rossi, was it a food cart, like from a grocery cart?
Oh.
Oh, you would
That's
right.
right.
She'd write it and then she'd continue. So
Um,
Are you feeling like a lot of people are like pressuring you right now, and you have a lot of demands on you, where you're feeling like you're being pulled one way, and I should go another way, and it would be interesting to know.
mm-hmm. But it's interesting that she's looking at it from above, and yet she still flips.
Yeah.
So she's
And
flipping.
pushing.
Okay. She's
'Cause
flipping from above.
I don't know if I get the balance.
Making
I get
choices.
balance.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
about
that might be very well.
square with wheels.
Yeah, it's kind of like a grocery cart in a way, but maybe shorter.
yeah. So, and it kind of depends on you what you put in your cart. Like,
Mhm.
are you putting your food? Is this your food for thought? Is this your,
Yeah.
or are you putting your junk in your cart? And you're pushing that around, and you're aware of it now that maybe you don't want to carry all that stuff. Maybe you don't want to push all that stuff around.
But she's up
Maybe it's
above, so
time
she's
to
looking down on it.
the awareness.
Oh,
That's
the awareness.
that
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
she is up
Okay.
above it, and then that you're also flipping with it. You've grown leaps and bounds beyond that cart.
That's true.
Yes.
Nothing still that was closed off. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Something is feel that it gets out of control.
Yeah.
If it goes so fast with you pushing and someone else pulling, it gets out of control.
Yes.
Something that you need to take care of, take control of, do on your own, do in an independent way,
Mhm.
take the less traveled road. Stand in your light. Stand in your light. You can rise above it.
What I like about it though is that she tends to write the cart and write herself and just keeps going. So it's like she doesn't look at things as a mistake. She
Right.
looks at things as this is the progression. This is the
Mhm.
progression. Oh, I got to fix it. I got to rearrange my card again. Oops,
Mhm.
okay, I'll stop and do that. And then I'll go again. And then, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Warrior Girl said she was reminded of the Fool card. Yeah, I get. I pulled. You were just talking about care, Diana, and I pulled
Mhm.
body care.
Yep.
So I don't
There
know if
you
this
go.
is something. Huh?
So- there you go, right? I mean, something that she has to do on her own.
Yeah, and it could be how you're taking care of yourself, that you're aware that you're not.
Mhm.
Like, I'm aware that I'm not doing some things that I'd really like to do, like go get a massage. So I'm
Yeah,
very
I get
aware
it.
of that.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
So, you
I'd
know,
like to
maybe
get pants that aren't so tight. So I get it.
Yeah.
But I have to do something about it. Go ahead, Diana. I'm sorry.
I was just going to add, yep, it's complicated.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
complicated. And we have snow, right? And we have all six. Snow has to go through so many different things before it's a snowflake. And then no two are alike. And it takes a million of them to pile up to be 1 inch over the city, let alone 8 inches of snow fell. So it's complicated.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But nothing spilled out of it. So
Okay.
it was closed off. So I do think it's there's so much there, really.
yeah.
Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah.
But I
It
think
could
it's a
go
good
so many
dream.
ways.
I think it's especially since she was above it. It's like
Yeah.
you have risen above the material world.
Yeah. And kind of also, it's the person, something is about that person pulling it
Uh-huh.
that puts her above it instead of getting mad at them for pulling it out of control.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She just goes with the flow.
Goes with the flow. There are no
Which is
mistakes.
what
Oh, that's
I
a good-
think that was
Just keep
also what
going.
you were trying to say, right?
Yeah. Just keep
Yeah,
going.
in the flow.
Yeah, part of her journey. I get that it's part of her journey.
Ooh,
It is.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just surrender to it.
Yeah.
So we've got two more. The Muse Shaman dreamt she got 6 books back. I got my 6 books back. They'd been taken and filed into the library. So what joy and excitement, long lost but now found. They were filed away, but you got them back.
6, 3,
Yeah,
6, 9, 6.
6 books.
Community, library, a
Yeah.
communal place.
Okay.
6.
And she has a second part to that. A week later, I dreamed that I was in a professor's library. He told me that I had 4 new occupations to take up now. Was delighted to hear this and got the impression I'd used them in a previous life. That's what I'm getting is the library is the Akashic Records.
Akashic, because a lot of people think it's supposed to be like a library. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we have 4 for the stable table and 6 plus 4 is 10, which reduces to 1.
Yeah.
New beginning.
Yep.
Yeah, full circle. Also, 6 is third eye. So 6 chakra. So you're obviously very clairvoyant, very intuitive. And seeing that, I don't know if you're working with the Akashic Records or if you're seeing your past lives, but that you are aware of them and you're learning from them. So you're getting them back, like you understand what that rule was about or what that journey was about.
Fabulous. I love to be. There's actually a book I read recently, in the last few years, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, and it's about going into this library and at night, and it was her Akashic Records, and she was looking at trying to find things on different shelves, and it was really well done. I thought. Did you read it, Diana? Yeah, or listen to it? I listened to it.
I've listened to it, and in fact, I'm not finished. It's in my library, but then I've got 16 other books.
I understand. I understand. Yeah, but it was really good. It was really good.
Push this button.
All right, we got one more, and this is our Sedona lady herself, Arlene. I was lucid dreaming, and I heard a voice call my name, but who was it?
Were you pulled to this voice? Or did you feel like you had to be searching afterwards?
Kelly, you thought it was her mother?
That's initially what I don't know if your mother has passed, but that's what I initially picked up.
No, she said.
Your mother hasn't passed.
Okay.
Was it a female voice?
Carolyn and Joe, are you a very interesting woman with your past work with singing and being on stage and everything. That's really cool.
Right.
Arlene, was it a female voice? Could have been one of your guides.
I got the seer
Hmm.
lower world.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. It was my mother, and yes, it was a voice like mine. Okay. Okay. I get reconnect. Whoever's voice it was wants to reconnect with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I that's initially what I felt it was your
What
mom.
you got? Yeah.
Mhm. And that she was just stopping in to say, hello, and that
Yeah.
she loves you. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead, Terry.
I get manifesting, and there's the Merkaba there. So, bringing in your energy. I even almost get that this is your higher self.
The
because
seer, yeah.
Yeah, the seer, because it feels like such a high vibration and such a, like you on another dimension even, Arlene.
Oh, okay. This is the second time she's heard it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she said her mother has not crossed over, right?
Right.
So this is just someone
Maybe it's a
like a great
grandmother or aunt or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or it could be her in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we're talking about timeline slipping.
Yeah.
And she's on. Arlene lives on a vortex. What
There you go.
Arlene. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, she did pass. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Warrior Girl said, that's what I thought when Diana pulled the seer card, higher self. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's really awesome.
And the lower world doesn't necessarily mean something sinister,
No.
right?
Right.
It's
right.
shadow work and other things that need to be taken care of.
It could be emotions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And all that blue in this particular card, which is now shuffled back into the deck somewhere.
I know. Wow. All right. Well, Arlene, I just listen for it again, sweetheart, or say to you before you go to bed, come and talk to me tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, and please tell me. Let me see who you are. Is it really you, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
You can try to help yourself get that information in your sleep.
It's really cool because my father will come and we'll spend for me, it's like we're spending hours together and we're just doing normal stuff, and I'll wake up and I'll say, gee, it was probably 30 minutes, what is it? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it was. But when I wake up, I feel like I've seen him. We've spent time together and it's always so nice. It's almost like I don't want to wake up,
my dogs sleep with me, and Grizzly is the tiny one. So he's always tucked up by my head. And I swear he had this dream with me. That's how he was in this dream with me. I saved you when I woke up. The first thing he said is, I saved you.
Do your dogs also go, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they run.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
For sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Yeah. Arlene says her bedroom is blue and white, and I was kind of getting that Palladian energy. I pulled the Palladian card.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more Palladian. Is that what you're saying, Carrie?
Yeah. Maybe she's a Palladian in another dimension.
Yep. Absolutely. Wow.
And so is
we all are.
That's true. Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody. We're a little bit over, but that's fine. When people started telling us their dreams, that's what we were here for.
Yeah.
We're here every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And I'm just really happy we were able to talk about some of these fabulous dreams that you all had. Thanks
Oh,
for
yeah.
sharing them.
They were
Yeah.
good ones.
And
Yes.
telling us about your trip and telling us about your experience with the teacups. That was amazing. That was really awesome. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everybody. Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Bye.
Sleep well and sweet dreams. That's right.
Dreams.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.